Welcome to English Plus Podcast, the English we speak, and much more. Learn English, expand your knowledge, and enjoy through our vocabulary builder, novel, grammar, literature, psychology, essential guides, and poetry episodes. Support English Plus Podcast by becoming a patron of the show on Patreon. Use the link in the description to support our podcast and to help our free e-learning journey continue. Welcome to a new vocabulary builder from English Plus Podcast. Today we will talk about dinosaurs. And from this text, we're going to learn 6 new words. And if you're interested in more words to learn, you can follow the link and you can learn 14 new words in addition to the 6 words we're going to talk about in today's episode. But now, without further ado, let's first read about dinosaurs and know more about the truth of dinosaurs.
Bone hunters first began to find, identify, and speculate about dinosaur fossils in the early 1800s. Since then, people the world over have offered a wide range of ideas and opinions about life in the age of dinosaurs. These great creatures have inspired painters, cartoonists, writers, filmmakers, musicians, and others. But not all ideas reflected scientific reality. Whether on purpose or out of ignorance, generations of misinformation have distorted our view of dinosaurs, which have been portrayed as stupid, vicious, and slow-moving creatures. Recent evidence now show that some could run very fast and with grace. Many had well-developed brains. We now know that some were fierce predators, while others were peaceful vegetarians. In nature's great timeline, dinosaurs were extinct long before human beings first appeared. Scenes of primitive people battling dinosaurs could never really have happened. Plots that may make for absorbing entertainment, bold comedy, or gripping adventure should not be confused with reality. It may be inevitable that creatures as big and as mystifying as dinosaurs would inspire art and invention. This is just what science fiction is, a blend of fact and fantasy that entertains and stirs thought. Famous sci-fi adventures such as King Kong, Journey to the Center of the Earth, The Land That Time Forgot, and the Tarzan tales have become part of popular culture. They amuse both scientists and escapists. Even a cartoon like The Flintstones, in which sitcom cave families have cute dinosaurs as pets and as burly beasts of burden, amuses us. Must cartoons be accurate? Maybe truth should prevail over entertainment value. To combat imaginative fiction being taken as truth, we need to do detailed research and ask probing questions.
So that was our story about dinosaurs and the truth about dinosaurs. Well, of course, many of these scientific facts must be known by many of you now. Nobody really believes that dinosaurs were those stupid creatures that had no brains, were very slow, or even the Flintstone stories. But the one thing we can all agree on, that dinosaurs captured our imagination for generations, and it will continue to do so for generations to come. But now, without further ado, let's focus on the words we want to learn today. Our words are fossil, distort, extinct, inevitable, burly, and prevail. And we had all these words in our story. So let's first start with fossil, our first word. In the story, we said bone hunters first began to find, identify, and speculate about dinosaur fossils in the early 1800s. Well, we know dinosaurs, but what is the meaning of dinosaur fossils? A fossil is the hard remains of a prehistoric animal or plant that are found inside a rock. So it's not always about dinosaurs, but it's a perfect example for dinosaurs. When we talk about dinosaur fossils, we're talking about the hard remains of dinosaurs. And fossil is spelled F-O-S-S-I-L, fossil. And now for our next word, distort. We said in the story, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, generations of misinformation have distorted our view of dinosaurs, which have been portrayed as stupid, vicious, and slow-moving creatures. So here, the misinformation or the generations of misinformation have distorted our view. So do you think that distort means made it right or wrong? Did it change the fact? What is the meaning of distort? If you distort a statement, fact, or idea, you report or represent it in an untrue way. Like when we say, for example, the media distorts reality, categorizes people as all good or all bad. And in our story, generations of misinformation have distorted our view of dinosaurs. So it has changed the fact and represented it in an untrue way. So that is the meaning of distort. And by the way, distort is spelled D-I-S-T-O-R-T. And now let's move to the next word, extinct. We said in our story, in nature's great timeline, dinosaurs were extinct long before human beings first appeared. If we talk about a species of animal or plant that is extinct, that means it no longer has any living members either in the world or in a particular place. So when we talk about dinosaurs were extinct long before human beings, they were dead, they were lost, gone, vanished. So that is the meaning of extinct, which is spelled E-X-T-I-N-C-T. And now for our next word, inevitable. Now we said it may be inevitable that creatures as big and as mystifying as dinosaurs would inspire art and invention. When we talk about something that is inevitable, we mean that it is certain to happen and cannot be prevented or avoided. Unavoidable thing, inescapable thing, a sure thing to happen, inevitable. Like death, for example. Now there's a famous saying that goes like, in life, nothing is inevitable except for death and taxes. So nothing is unavoidable or inescapable in life except for death. Taxes here to add humor, of course. But the idea here that they're being big and magnificent, mystifying, etc., that made their entry in the entertainment business or the art or any kind of other inspiration inevitable, unavoidable. So that was our fourth word. Now let's go to our fifth word, and that is burly. B-U-R-L-Y, burly. Now we said in the story, even a cartoon like the Flintstones, in which sitcom cave families have cute dinosaurs as pets and as burly beasts of burden, amuses us. So we're talking about burly beasts of burden. It is a physical description. The word burly talks about physical description. What do you think? Are we talking about skinny, fat, strong, a combination? What is it? Well, a burly man has a broad body and strong muscles. So we're talking about a body that is similar to those big football players, big and strong. It's not just big, it's not just overweight. No, it's big and strong, powerful. So that is the word burly. And now for our last word, and that is prevail. Now in our story we said, maybe truth should prevail over entertainment value. We talked about the fictional concept of dinosaurs and the scientific concept. And here, maybe truth should prevail over entertainment value. But what is the meaning of prevail? Now, prevail, which is spelled P-R-E-V-A-I-L, is a verb, and we can use prevail in many different contexts. Now, if a proposal, principle, or opinion prevails, it gains influence or is accepted, often after a struggle or argument. Like when we say, political and personal ambitions are starting to prevail over economic interests. Like when we say win, succeed, triumph, or overcome. And also, if a situation, attitude, or custom prevails in a particular place at a particular time, it is normal or most common in that place at that time. So it's not always about winning, it's also about being widespread, predominate, etc. And we can use it also in battles, contexts, or disputes. If one side in a battle, contest, or dispute prevails, it wins. And we can use it for a specific purpose that is very close to persuading somebody. If you prevail upon someone to do something, but here you have to be careful, it's the whole expression. You prevail upon someone to do something. that means you succeed in persuading that person to do that thing. But this is a very formal use of prevail that we don't usually use in everyday conversation. So here, truth should prevail over entertainment. Truth should succeed or should win or should overcome the entertainment value. So these were our 6 words for today. Thank you very much for listening to us. And don't forget that you can find the transcript of this episode if you follow the link in the description. But that's not all. You will find more words to learn, PDF downloadable worksheets with crossword puzzles, word searches, spelling activities, and more. And you will find the interactive activities that you can use to practice the words and make them a part of your permanent active vocabulary bank. So, I hope you liked the episode, and I hope you take the extra effort of learning the other words on the website. This is your host, Danny. Thank you very much. Until next time.